You're an award-winning author. And guys, if we speak rather, if we speak award-winning, it's not just. He's a founder of Ent Thou Sluggard Media. He's going to be breaking down the real economics of becoming an author. A very good morning, Kachleho.
Morning, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Awesome stuff, man. So we're talking Money Monday today,
Yes.
and we are celebrating the fact that you are an author.
Yeah.
Now, I at some point wanted to be a writer.
Okay.
I was convinced that I can do this
Yeah.
a lot, and I know that a lot of people want to write books. Now, what separates someone who dreams about it from someone who actually becomes an author?
It's all about execution.
Mm.
You have to publish as an author to become a published author. As long as you have written the manuscript and you have not published, you are not yet an author. So you have to be published.
You are just
through a publishing house.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Now, before publishing, what should a first-time author understand about the industry that most people probably overlook?
You know what? You have to do a full research on the genre that you'll be writing about.
Yes.
For example, if you'll be writing a biography book,
Yeah.
you should at least read 10 biography books
Sure.
to know this genre that I'm getting to. You must know how the prices of the books are priced. You should know every little detail of that genre and master that genre, because you'll be competing with the best in the industry.
So you must definitely be a lover of books in order to write a book.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, from a business perspective, what is the real difference between self-publishing and commercial publishing?
Self-publishing is cheap, is when you publish all by yourself. And commercial publishing is when you take your manuscript to the publishing house,
Okay.
which is costly. Yeah, so if you want cheap, don't expect a huge amount of results in terms of money, because you chose cheap. But if you choose costly, you will have great amounts of returns.
Great amounts.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if obviously I go for what's cheap, I guess the results will also be cheap.
Definitely.
All right. Which model gives an author more control, and which one gives more credibility, or is it just all a myth?
Yeah, self-publishing gives you more control.
Okay.
Because you own your manuscript. Meaning you can control the number of books that you print. You can control the distribution, you control sales, you control everything, how you launch a book. But if you want more credibility, commercial publishing through a publishing house, because you will be asked a question, who did you publish with? By the mainstream bookstores.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are the biggest financial misconceptions about publishing deals?
The misconception is that publishing is expensive. It is not expensive per se. I would say it is costly, because you have to break things down. The publisher has to do light editing. They have to do heavy editing, vocabulary enhancement. They have to do typesetting, which is the most important, and they have to do proofreading. So it's time consuming. So the publisher have to charge you for those services, and you have to print. So yeah, it's costly.
I need you to be honest with me right now.
Yeah.
Since you are an author, realistic in South Africa.
Provided you have a good distributor.
Okay.
Provided.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the distributor will take your books to the mainstream bookstores, and you will have a success. But you must have a good contract as well, because it doesn't help to have a distributor and you don't have a good contract. So an international standard contract would be 60%, 40%.
Okay.
Then as an author, I would take the 40%. If I made $10 million, which means I will get $4 million from that project.
Sure.
Yeah.
So where do you guys actually make your money from?
Book sales.
Book sales.
Yeah, okay. But the story is different in Africa. When we do book launches, and we explain about our books to our people, is then that they buy into a product. But looking at a title, and they won't buy into a product by just looking at the book title. You have to explain, even though you've written the synopsis of the manuscript. Yeah, you
Sure.
have to explain your product. That's how Africans roll.
Yeah. So imagine, I want a book published. What costs would you say I should prepare for?
Now you should obviously have a budget
Mm,
for publishing.
okay.
You should have a budget for printing.
Mm,
You should have a budget for marketing as well.
yes.
Because how will people know about your book if you don't have a budget for marketing? Yeah, it's all about the budget.
Okay. Now, having your company,
Yeah.
right? Through your company, you've obviously worked with a lot of authors and so forth, right?
Yeah.
What is the biggest gap that you've seen between writing a manuscript and successfully turning it into a marketable, sellable product?
Yeah, like I said, it's all about the marketing and the PR, which most authors neglect. After they have published the book, they think that's it, I've made it.
Made it in life.
They start to fold their hands.
Yes.
No, it's actually, after publishing, it's actually the beginning of your work. Yeah, you have to market your book until the fat lady sings.
Now, is it enough, or for me to just be an author and sell my books, or must I now be a brand in order for people to buy into my book?
Yeah, the minute you've written a book, you're already a brand.
Yeah.
For example, when I say to you, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, who do you think of?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Robert Kiyosaki, right?
Yes.
Because his brand is attached to his title.
To his book.
So yeah,
Okay, yeah.
the minute you become an author, you're already a brand. However, you have to develop your brand through PR and marketing for many years. Look, Robert Kiyosaki published that book, I think 18 years ago. He still markets it even today. So you don't end your marketing.
Stop.
You don't stop. Yeah.
Sure. I think people get tired. Like they'll start marketing and at some point they just...
You must have a passion for it in the first place. Because most people would want to get into the industry because they think they will become overnight millionaires, which will not happen.
Which won't happen. Now, how important is social media though?
Yeah, social media plays a big role in advertising. People will know about your product. However, social media is limited.
Yeah.
When you talk about LinkedIn,
yes,
there you have professionals. There you have your target market. People who read books, on Facebook, TikTok, people will just comment and say, no, we'll buy your book.
Of course. How much?
How much is it? But they will never buy your book.
They'll never buy it.
But on LinkedIn, you have those professionals, professors, educated people who will buy into your product.
Sure.
Yeah.
What mistakes do new authors make when they are trying to, we're talking about marketing now. Trying to market themselves, what mistakes do they usually make?
Normally, they don't do mistakes. They are doing the right thing. Because I remember when I first published my first book, I was excited. I was advertising my book to everyone because I'm excited.
Of course.
It's a new book.
Of course.
You don't have a target market when you're the first time. So that's the spirit. It's not actually a mistake. But after you have written your third book, your fourth book, you realize, I really have a target market.
Yeah.
So you avoid making those mistakes of advertising to everyone. However, when you're first time, you can convince everyone, provided the title is enticing.
Now, once the book is published, and I know we touched a bit on it, but I want you to go a bit deeper on it. How do you ensure that my book actually reaches my readers?
Yeah, like I said, commercial publishing, you have a well-known publisher. Because the mainstream bookstores will ask you, who did you publish with? Because it goes with the brand.
Yeah.
Because they have a database of their own publishers whom they work hand in hand with. They don't just take books from independent authors. And a distributor as well is very much needed.
Very important.
Yeah.
What role does bookstores, online platforms, and direct sales, obviously, what role do they play in the distribution today?
Yeah, it's all about convenience. Somebody who's in Cape Town, they want my book here, they cannot just fly to me here in Joburg. They have to go to their nearest bookstore to get my book. So it provides convenience, bookstores, because your books can be accessible to different people, around the country.
And in terms of international distribution, is it realistic for an independent author?
Yeah, it's realistic, provided you have international connections.
Contact.
I will tell you about me. Like I've been profiled in Iran. I'm not bragging.
Yeah.
I've been profiled in China. You know, because of the relationships that I have with those international people. So yeah, you must first start by building those international relations.
Also, it's okay to brag. It really is okay. You're a
Yeah,
brand, so
I'm
it's
just
allowed.
impressing.
It's allowed.
Yeah, I'm just impressing upon them. Yeah.
All right. Should now authors think of a book as a product, a legacy, or a business tool?
First of all, it must be a quality product.
Mm.
You must make sure that the vocabulary is good. There's no spelling mistakes, you know. After that, when it's a good product, it becomes a business tool because money will be the byproduct of that quality product. And the last thing,
Yeah.
it will be the legacy. Many authors make a mistake of wanting to make a legacy out of a book which is very lousy, which has a lousy title. You won't make a legacy out of that lousy book.
Yes.
So you must invest in quality book cover, quality title, quality.
Yeah.
I mean, a professor at Harvard University must be able to give a review, must be able to forward your book, must be able to tell his students and his other colleagues about your books. You know, so yeah, first invest in the quality product.
So for now, I'm hearing you are saying it's a product, but
Yeah.
also it builds a legacy.
It builds a legacy. Yeah.
Love it, love it. Now, okay, here's me. I'm thinking to myself, my life is quite interesting. I want to write a book.
Yeah.
You know, as an entrepreneur now, what would you advise me?
Yeah, you know, documentation beats conversation. Yeah, whatever that you have written down, it remains forever.
Write that down, guys. Write that down.
Yeah, it has credibility.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a hearsay. So whatever ideas that you have, just document them and make it a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. I love having conversations with you. We're just limited to time.
Oh,
but
okay.
Otherwise, I really, really love having conversations with you. One last question.
Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge that you have faced as an author? I'm curious and I know my listeners want to know.
You know, breaking through to some international markets, not every international market.
Yeah.
Like example, we have neighboring countries like Mozambique.
Yeah.
Why am I struggling to get my books into Mozambique? Why am I struggling to get my books into Angola? Just neighboring countries. Yeah, don't think
not
far.
Even far.
Not even far.
So that's a struggle on its own.
Yeah, that's a struggle getting our books to be distributed across Africa, let alone China, let alone America.
Sure. That's hectic.
Yeah, that's hectic.
I think that's very scary for entrepreneurs because you think at least, open up so that we can tap in.
Yeah, again, I think the policies of certain countries, I don't know, but managed to break through into other continents, other countries, but it's quite, the market in Africa is quite a difficult one.
Thank God for social media then.
Yeah, we can cross borders through the social media.
And I'm guessing you, obviously, if people want your book, they're able to get it.
Yeah, we courier everywhere.
Courier it.
Yeah.
All right. Closing remarks. Tell us about your company, your book. How do we get a hold of you if you want a book?
If you want my books, you get them from Amazon.
Okay.
Kindle store, I have to be specific. It's ebooks. You can get my books from Exclusive Books nationwide. You know, my company is Endos Lagat. We do PR, we do publishing, you know. So yeah, they should contact me on my socials and I will respond.
So thank you so much for joining us. And I know we'll be having you again and again and again. And it excites us. We love having you in the studio. Thank you for giving us such an informative overview of what being an author is all about. Because we look at you and we see the glitz and glam and we think, yeah, I also want to be an author. So thank you so much for talking to us.
Ma'am.
All right, have a beautiful day, guys.